The views expressed on the podcast are those of the individuals who made them, and they do not represent the views or beliefs of Job Duck.
Hello and welcome to our brand new season of the Pumped Up Quacks. I'm very sure that you have missed us. This is Andres, or Andy as they call me. I am from Mexico and today I'm playing as your host. I'm here with the usual suspects, going back live after a while, and a very special guest. Can you guys introduce yourselves, please?
Hello everybody, my name is Arturo and I'm from Mexico.
Hello everyone, I'm Miguel, I'm from Colombia.
Hello everyone, my name is Morne and I'm from South Africa. Super excited to be back, guys.
I know, it has been a while, 3 weeks already. It's unbelievable. But with season 2, we didn't just change the name. We also have new topics, new guests, and of course new sections. So stick around and listen to us to this nice conversation. And first, I'm gonna come up with a little riddle for you all. Are you ready for the riddle? Ready, riddle?
Yes.
Riddle ready?
Yes, I'm riddle ready, riddle.
Okay, well, the riddle is, what has 13 hearts but not other organs? Stick around till the end of the episode to find the answer with this mysterious riddle. And we have our newest section for these podcasts, which is the Quacky News. Each week, we're gonna give you some news about how crazy, interesting, or heartwarming this world is. Tan tan tan! You've just been rickrolled after 35 years from the release of the most feared YouTube video of all times. Rick Astley recreates his famous classic, Never Gonna Give You Up. And I'm not crying, you are crying.
Never gonna let you down.
Tan tan tan!
British firefighter, rescue man with hand stuck in sofa. Thank you very much.
Tan tan tan!
Okay guys, for some it might be funny, others might say that the person didn't think it through, and others might ask why. So an art collector once paid $10,000 for a non-visible sculpture created by actor James Franco. The artwork was built as an endless tank of oxygen. Okay guys, so to put it in other words, it's something that doesn't exist physically, instead it's imagined by James Franco. The art collector paid $10,000 for oxygen. As far as my understanding, oxygen is completely free. Therefore, I'm asking why.
It's better than buying NFTs, I would say.
Tan tan tan!
For everybody who loves cats, after 70 years, cheetahs are being reintroduced to India. So about 17 young cheetahs are being moved into the India's Kudu National Park after 17 years of having cheetahs extinct over there. So yay for cats.
That's
Yay!
so wholesome. That's truly
That's
amazing.
awesome.
That's really good news, not like ours.
I hope they're doing it the right way and not the cheetah way. Alright!
Everything's
Alright guys, are you ready for the first topic of the day? I'm very excited because sometimes we don't consider that the world is changing. It has been a while since cinemas haven't been the same as in the past. So for some critics and some very well recognized directors, cinemas are about to die. Isn't that crazy? Like back in the day, cinemas were everything, you know, and right now we're even considering that. So my question here is, what do you think about the movie panorama nowadays? Do you think cinemas are about to drop dead and we're going through streaming services instead, or cinemas will endure as part of filmmaking industry? What do you think?
Okay, so I say that cinema should live a long, healthy life. The reason therefore is going to the cinemas is one of my most remembered childhood memories. And not only that, it's the one thing I took with me as a child and kept on doing while growing into an adult. I don't watch a lot of movies, but when I do, it's usually in the cinemas. And also, I know you can buy amazing 4K TVs. I'm talking about clear picture quality, 70, 80-inch TVs. You can even get superb quality soundbars. Unfortunately, I believe that's the reason why cinemas is going to die. Besides that, here's an interesting fact. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the South African box office lost as much as 83% of revenue. Not only that, fuel prices went through the roof, so people are actually thinking twice before going to the cinemas. Ticket prices for a movie with a popcorn combo is extremely expensive.
Yes.
So take your family
in
along.
any country.
Yeah, take your family along and you will easily pay more than $100.
Don't go with your family. Don't have a family.
Exactly, go by yourself. That's actually one of the only reasons why I think like cinemas should die, because how expensive popcorn and candies are getting. But that's my only reason.
Yeah, well, I want cinemas to stick around for longer because I really enjoy going to the movie theater. Yes, it has given me one of my fondest memories growing up. But also now, as a grown up, I have a saying in the movies that I want to watch. So I get to choose the experience I'm getting out of it. So I do believe it's a nice thing to stick around for a while.
I think the nostalgia aspect is really interesting. What you just mentioned, like a lot of memories were built around cinemas. Like my first kiss was inside a cinema, so that was that is so.
That's why it's so expensive.
Yeah.
People are using it as a motel.
Yeah. TMI, Miguel, TMI. But it's actually true. Like a lot of social interaction goes in the cinema. A lot of things. Whenever you're a teenager and you're going through that rough days, you know, like you're very timid. You want to kiss that person, that special person that you have been like going around for a while, and you say like, hey, what about if we go to watch a movie or watch a movie, like with braces, right? And then you go and that first romantic experience happens. So, and that happened to a lot of people, at least from our generation. I don't know if
that's true.
Generation can say the same. Like maybe Netflix and chill, you know?
Yeah, Netflix and chill.
That's
I would say so that there's a lot of nostalgia value to it, and there's a lot of things that you have to consider. For example, the value of the popcorn or anything, and it has to move away from that to keep living. I don't think it's going to end because there's a lot of things that cinema need for them. And I saw an interview just a while ago from Matt Damon in Hot Ones. If you haven't seen Hot Ones is the best interviews ever.
Never saw that.
He said that you cannot do the same movies as you did before. So it's talking about the cinema as a whole, because in the 90s you could do anything you wanted to, right? Because you would see that value return from cinemas and from DVDs. Now you don't see that revenue as much as back then, because the streaming services do not cut the same as they do now. And cinemas do have the value. It's the same as concerts. They have the same like value in which you go pay the ticket to watch something that you like. For streaming services, it's not the same. So the value is completely different. So the truth is that the Academy and all of those boomers that are considering it have to consider that the economy of the movies needs cinemas also.
Miguel, from my personal perspective, I hope we can keep it alive and let our grandchildren experience this amazing joy that a cinema can bring to you, right? But also, if it dies, we cannot fill the cinemas. We will bury the cinemas due to external factors. And
of course,
it will be a super sad day if, and I believe, unfortunately, when it happens.
That's not the case. Like, if you're going to make a movie, you need some of your revenue back. And the best way to do it is not by streaming services, it's not by Amazon, it's by cinemas.
Exactly.
And so they're both hand in hand. You need cinemas, the movie makers need cinemas, and the cinemas need movie makers. So that's why I don't think they're going to go anywhere soon, because they have this like correlation between one and another.
Yeah, no, especially when it takes a lot of money to make a big movie, you know, like Marvel movies cannot depend on streaming services because they are crazy expensive. So right. It's part of the whole movie system, the cinemas. I don't think they die. Worst case or best or worst case scenario, they become niche, but they're not gonna disappear.
Maybe not worldwide, but I think at some point it is going to happen in South Africa.
Well, I see all the fears that people may have regarding cinemas disappearing, right? I mean, the people who's watching movies in the movie theater is people who grew up going there. The moviegoers rate decline in ages from 14 to 24. So those are the people who are going to be watching streaming services.
That's right.
And yeah, now the people's producing movies with that in mind, right? I think it's all about the experience. Now that you get straight to TV premieres, it's thought about that. And when you go to the movie, it's also the experience of going to the movie theater. When Jordan Peele directed Get Out, he just tweeted like, if you don't see it with the theater energy, you'll miss the full intended experience. So it is not also the surround sound, the big screen. It's a social activity, right? You have to do it in a group. There's this guy whose name is Alan Jackson, who's like a director on a creative company, who says that movies are art and movie theaters are art museums. So the future of going to the movie theater would be just like that, right? Maybe becoming niche, maybe just giving you more experience, because it is also proven that you like a movie better or you understand it better when you talk about it after. So if you have that space, there are now movie theaters that have coffee shops, featured studio rooms, they have custom design areas. So you can have a bigger experience, right? And you're going to have something more than just watching a movie. I know that you guys, when you're watching a movie at home, it may be a comedy and you want to laugh, but you will be just like, huh. But when you go to a movie theater and something funny happens, you're going to laugh out loud. Everybody is going to laugh with you. So it's true. That experience.
Yeah, exactly. I think it happens the same when you're watching like stand-ups. Like one thing is watching a stand-up in a Netflix, another thing is going actually to the venue to watch a stand-up. And so I guess out of this conversation, I take out that there's a lot that cinemas can offer for the future. There's a lot of experimentation that can be done. We didn't cover the 4D, but I think that's a very interesting aspect of movies, the diversification, and also the social, as a social activity. I think it has a great potential to be something that people in the future will continue doing, because we need people, we need interaction, and we like shows. So I guess it's safe to say that it's not gonna disappear, at least not anytime soon. Thank you guys for your opinions. We're going to a quick break and we'll be back in a sec.
Are you looking for tips on how to create a marketing portfolio? Perhaps you need a few pointers to help you construct your resume or cover letter. We've got you covered for these topics and more. Visit our website at www.jobduck.com and click on the Resources tab to download our free resources.
And we are back with our second topic of the day, and we stumbled across something really, really interesting. Like most of you guys, or I don't know, like maybe it's not your case, but it's certain that Google is one of the most used browsers in the workplace. So a lot of people will benefit out of these extensions that we together have prepared for you. So here they go, 10 Google extensions that you can benefit from. Number 1, on Hook. This extension hides distracting YouTube recommendations, comments, trending topics, etc. You can focus and be mindful of just one YouTube video that you will want to learn from. I think this is a great extension for those people who would like to just click the autoplay, and then once you're watching a tutorial and 3 Doritos later you're watching a Taylor Swift concert. So for you that you want to, there's nothing wrong about that. That's super fun. But sometimes you want to focus. So this is a great recommendation for you that want to focus on one YouTube video at a time.
That's really useful, Andy. Thank you very much. The next one I'm going to recommend is Print Friendly and PDF. This will help you download and print a web page to save it as a PDF. You can also delete the lines of the section of the web page and the ones you don't want them to print. So it's really useful for any document or any type of reading that you're doing through a web page, so you can have it printed. Although we don't print that much in this new world, but if you do, this is perfect for you.
I agree. Like whenever you need it, I think you have it, and that's nice.
Yeah,
no,
it's better to have it, not to have it.
The third one I'd like to suggest is called Bullet Journal. So it helps you manage your tasks, plans, notes, and ideas. You can jot down your weekly tasks and agendas and share links with your friends and team members. So in this day and age, guys, we are super busy with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
This extension will actually help you to organize your work better, and I think that's super beneficial. What do you guys think?
Totally. Managing your time, managing your tasks and to-dos is one thing that you want to do, so you keep your organization game to the best. So I think it's a good extension.
Okay, so coming in number 4, we have Focus To Do. This one's a good one because it helps you set Pomodoro timers, like 20 minutes for work, 5 minutes break, and then you track your detailed reports on project time and tasks. I think it's a good one because you can defocus on your work and study, and also set reminders for important tasks. So I think I might as well use it because sometimes I get very invested in doing some research or doing whatever, and I lost track of time. So I think that one's a good one for me.
Same, bestie, same.
So. Yeah, totally. Like having a very limited break every now and then, I think it helps the activity that you're performing to develop in a better way. So it's a good recommendation. Thanks, Art. So for the next extension that I would like to recommend is one that I personally use constantly, and it's called Calendly. Helps you schedule meetings, set appointments, and send emails for meeting reminders. You can access all your events, all your meetings, and all your appointments in one place. And this is really nice because you can also you can connect other apps, the apps that you may use as a reminder, or your phone, or your calendar phone, or stuff like that. It has a lot of apps that you can connect with, so your organization can be cross-device and cross-app, and I think that is just wonderful. It has worked for me very effectively since I started using it roughly like 1 or 2 months ago. So it's a great recommendation.
Amazing.
Wow,
Andy.
yeah, that sounds awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
Mine is the one I use the most. I love this one so much. I cannot live without it. I'm kidding. Maybe I'm not. It's Grammarly. So it checks grammar, spelling mistakes, plagiarism, fluency, and sentence structures. It's like an autocorrect with better, because it's going to teach you how to do different things and in which tone you're talking. So if you're being too serious, if you're having a neutral tone, if you're being too casual, all of that stuff you're going to know when you're writing. And that is super useful for me as a man of writing skills, I guess.
Like, it's easy to be confident about your English skills, but there's no harm in double checking some of the things you write, because you can always write better.
Just as a quick disclaimer, Grammarly isn't sponsoring us, but yeah, Miguel, I couldn't agree more.
It should.
Yeah, Grammarly is a great choice. Thank you, Miguel. Okay, so the next one is called Work Owner. So Work Owner helps you organize the 50 to 100 tabs you've opened while working, studying, or researching a new topic. You can group your tabs under various projects to focus on one project at one time. So it actually helps you to get your work under control and also, well, finally to feel organized. At the end of the day, it also helps you with team collaboration. So I think this is also a fantastic pick.
I need to get that one. Honestly, I'm one of those people that just opens tabs like crazy. If you see my browser, I'm gonna have like 40. Yeah, then I would not know what time I'm working on and what tab I need to open next.
Yeah,
so
I get that. Like when I'm closing, I'm like, what is this? I don't remember what I was using this for.
No, and it's crazy. Like probably you need a new computer if you are over 50 or 100 tabs because that consumes a hectare of RAM. But it's a good, exactly. Great.
Awesome. So number 8, audio read. This one is a lifesaver actually because it helps convert text to speech using an AI narrator. So you can listen to any web page, article, PDF, and email like a podcast. So I do like to read, but sometimes, you get to that point of the day where your side is just tired and then you need to listen to something. You also multitask, and while you're doing something, you want to listen to something important or something that might be useful, maybe you review a meeting. So I think this one is a keeper, actually. What do you guys think?
I totally get it. I totally get it for Fridays. Fridays, 5 p.m. EDT. Sometimes you just need people to read stuff to you,
Yeah, you can always call one of us and we can read anything to you if you want. But I would say that things in my head get better, are kept better if I listen to them rather than listening to them. So for me, that would be amazing.
Amazing. No, I agree with you. On the number 9 of the recommendation game, we have Crank Wheel, which is an extension that basically helps you share your screen in just 10 seconds without having to download a setup or an app. You can show your screen to your customers, employees, and clients while collaborating on a project. I think this is very, very handy. Now, especially if you don't have any other app or program that allows you to share your screen. Like I'm talking about a Zoom meeting. Like when you set up a Zoom meeting, like it's actually something formal that you need to send the link and everything. And right now, I think it's something that it's super easy to do. 10 seconds and you can be benefited a lot about it.
Yeah, it could save you a lot of time as well, right?
Yeah,
right, totally. Yeah, I totally agree. And the last one is Save the Pocket. Helps you save website articles and videos to read and watch later. You can add it up with all your read and you can save it for later and then you can hear it for later. It's perfect combination, guys. Follow me for more tips.
It's a winning combo.
Yeah,
it's a winning combo. Totally. Well, guys, thank you for this amazing extensions. I think we have everything to be more productive, to make our time and effort work in a better way. If you're listening to this podcast on YouTube, please leave us a comment. Which of these apps or these extensions do you constantly use and which ones would you recommend to the rest of our audience? We're gonna read your comments and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel since we are there as well. All right, are you ready for that riddle? Do you give it some thought? Do you have any idea what this can be? I'm gonna read it again. What has 13 hearts but no other organs? Anybody of you has the answer?
Me? I joke, I don't.
I have no idea. I've never been good with this.
13 Valentine cards.
That's so sweet, but unfortunately not.
No, in my heart it's correct.
Well, if nobody has the answer, then the answer is a deck of cards. That was
Okay,
clever.
now I feel very dumb right now.
Nah, it's tricky. It was tricky. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for staying with us at the end of this podcast. This is our new format, so get used to it. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Spotify. We're gonna upload all of these through those channels. Don't forget that we also are present in several social medias, such as Facebook. We're present in our Twitter. We have also our LinkedIn page. We have an Instagram page, and we do very funny, dumb things on TikTok as well. So you might just want to follow us there as well. If you have any questions, you can also send us your questions to help@jotdog.com. And yes, if you have the interest, you can find us on Pinterest. Don't forget to go to our webpage, www.jobdog.com. Thank you for sticking around, and we'll see you next week with our second episode of the second season of the Pumped Up Quacks. Thank you, Art, for being part of this amazing conversation.
Thank you for having me. I had a blast. It was amazing.
Thank you, Art.
Thank you, guys, and take care. Pumped Up Quacks are out, and see you later, alligator. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.